Yo, my people, welcome back to the Don Seepster show, man. FIFA World Cup Mexico preview, bro. Look, everyone is getting ready, everyone's excited. From a South African's perspective, I'll be honest, I'm excited, and I believe nobody should take this opportunity for granted because we haven't been in a World Cup for a very, very long time. The last time we were in the World Cup was 2010, and we didn't even qualify for that one. We hosted it. So we need to sort of understand our expectations because South Africans, we're so delusional, man. A lot of us are delusional. But what I will say is there's nothing wrong with having any hope. There's nothing wrong with having any hope. Because the reality is, AFCON 2023 has given these fans lots of hope. It's given Bafana fans so much hope because we saw a team that came out and sweat for the jersey. They sweated for the jersey. They played their hearts out. And ever since that AFCON, a lot of us are expecting progress. And for me, in this tournament, getting grouped in this stage is not acceptable for me. Because at the end of the day, right, I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting quarterfinals. I'm not expecting semifinals. I'm not even expecting round of 16. But when you're in a group that composes of Czech Republic, that is composed of Mexico, who have been terrible for the past few years, it has South Korea. These are not heavyweights. These are not teams that you should be scared of. These are not teams that you should fear. These are teams where you should look at and be like, you know what? You should compete. And that's all I want. I want you to compete and I want you to move on to the next round, whether that's first, second, and third. Let's have a knockout stage. Let's improve. That's it. The most important thing is improvement because we've never made it to the knockout stage. And that's the truth. So I think it's important for us to all temper our expectations because a lot of us are very deluded. Now, I want to talk about Bafana and the team, right? And I'm going to show you the team right now, the 26-man squad that Hugo Bros has delivered to us. Now, I'm looking at this team right now, and obviously goalkeepers expected, forwards expected, defenders and midfielders is what I want to talk about. Now, I'm going to be very, very honest. I don't know who asked Hugo Bros to take... How many defenders is that? What? 11 defenders is that? 11 defenders. Who asked Hugo Bros to take 11 defenders to the Bafana camp? Why do we have so many defenders? Why are we so light in midfield? That's all I'm going to say because when you look at this team, when you bring teams to the World Cup, what you need most importantly is balance. And this is not a team right now that looks balanced. Now, I'm going to move on. Okay, now, this is the team that is looking like is going to line up against Mexico. And I'll be honest, it's not a bad team. The front three's okay. The goalkeeper, there's nothing wrong with that. I think we have a lot of options in attack. And that makes me very happy because we're a team that likes to attack in terms of on the transition. We're a very quick team. We're a team that's not tall. We're not going to bully teams necessarily. But I think Hugo Bros, he provides a good balance between the defense and our transition into attack. He really solidifies the defense. But I'll be honest, this team that you're seeing right here on the screen, this cannot be the team that we go against Mexico because there are multitudes of problems. First of all, Lyle Foster does not score goals. This guy is scoreless. This guy, he don't score goals. I don't remember the last time he scored a goal. Even in the friendlies, this guy's missing bare chances. He's been... I think Foster, his attributes is that he holds up the game well and he has big match like experience. Like he played for Burnley. But to me, when I look at Foster and I look at Mahopa, these are guys who play the same way mostly. I'll say Foster's just more advanced. And then another issue you have here, Mofokeng in the number 10. I believe he's too weak to play in the number 10. I believe South Africans, a lot of us, we've tried to overrate him to a level at which he is not. He's a good player, good technical player. But if he's going to play in this team, he cannot be playing as a number 10. He has to be playing as a winger. Then another issue with this team I see, Yaya Sithole, bro. This guy has been our worst player in the past 2 tournaments. He's been our worst player. This guy was awful at AFCON. And I don't know why Hugo Bross keeps persisting with him. His ball control is lacking. His awareness and his press resistance is lacking. He's not able to tell the space like a Mokoena. This guy, he's lacking a lot. And I just don't... I look at Sithole in games and sometimes he just don't look like he's switched on and he's lacking confidence. And to top it all off, he's just got relegated for Tondela in the Portuguese league. I'm sorry, guys. Sithole cannot play in this team. And the other issue, the last issue I would say with this team is, with all the defenders in our squad, the 100 defenders that Hugo Bross has decided to take to this World Cup, how can we not find a competent defender that can play next to Mbogazi? Ime Okon, let's be honest, guys. Has anybody seen Ime Okon's matches? Has anybody seen his matches? Does anybody know at what level this guy is? This guy played for Hertha Berlin. And he's not a starter. He's not starting week in, week out. Same as that other defender that Hugo Bross has brought, that Makanya. This guy plays in MLS, bro. This guy is not playing matches regularly. He plays more matches regularly than Ocon, but none of these players are at the level to play in a World Cup right now. And those are the issues I see with the lineup right now. But I'm going to correct this issue, because against Mexico, we're going to have a clean slate. And I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if Bross is going to take this lineup. It's a possible predicted lineup. But I'm going to show you a lineup to which, if Hugo Bross, two lineups to where we can compete. If he plays these lineups, we're going to compete. And this is the lineup here. And this is the lineup here. Now, I'm going to start with this first lineup here. This lineup, and this is what I'm trying to stress with South Africans, is that I know we want to play free-flowing football. I know we want to play sexy football. But guys, this isn't the AFCON, and this is not this is not Southern African football. You know, we're not playing against Lesotho or Zimbabwe or all these teams. We're playing in the World Cup. We have to be defensively resolute. And whether that takes playing a 3 at the back or 3 midfielders in the base, I've got no issue with that. Hugo Bross, what he specializes in is defense and transitions. And I'm looking at this team right now, and it's not too attacking. There's no number 10 here. It's just 3 midfielders who know what they're doing. Obviously, Tebogo Mokoena is going to be at the base of this team. I think Jaden Adams, at his age, he should be ready to start in a World Cup. And then you have Mbata, who will play as sort of the box-to-box midfielder. This is the guy who needs to progress the ball with Mokoena and Adams. He needs to make them runs to the base and support Moremi, Apollos, and Reynolds. Now, let me speak about Reynolds. Lyle Foster, I've already told you, this guy's been awful. Ikram Reynolds has a chance to play in this team, and I'm praying that Bross doesn't bench him. This guy is Sundown's top scorer. He's one of the top scorers in the PSL. He's been one of the best players and the best scorers. He's a consistent scorer, even in the Club World Cup, which is the level I'm talking about, at which you need to perform. He's been really good. Scoring, I think he scored 16 goals in the league, and he was very good in the Club World Cup for Sundowns. So when you're just looking at this front three, or this sort of six block I'm talking about, it's dynamic, it's powerful. There's running. You even look at Moremi, he's very quick. I know a lot of people like Mofokeng, but first of all, Mofokeng is a left winger, and nobody is playing in front of Apollos. Nobody is touching Apollos in this team. So he's battling with Moremi, and I think Moremi just has that dynamic type of quick running power that I don't think Mofokeng has. Mofokeng very technically good, but in a World Cup, especially against a Mexico team which is going to be fired up by the crowd, which is going to be touch and run, you can't have any passengers in the team. And that's another reason why I don't have Zwane in this team. No passengers in this team. You need guys who are dynamic in that front six. Now, you're looking at this back four. Obviously, you have Mudau, Mudiba, and Bogazi. Those guys, and Rodman Williams, nobody's taking their places. But I was looking at, okay, who out of these 1,100 defenders that Hugo Bross took to this World Cup, who is going to be able to be a partner for Bogazi? And it's not Makanya, it's not Ime Akon, it's not Ndamane. It's Sibisi. Sibisi, he won the league with Orlando Pirates. He played really well. He was the top defender in the league. And if we're talking about experience and bringing a know-how and caps and how many times you played for the national team, I believe Sibisi has that, and he can act as a guide, a player who can guide Mbogazi in this team, because Mbogazi is still young. And one of the reasons Bogazi is here is because of his ball progression and his know-how in defense, and he's quick and he's physical. When you look at Sibisi, this guy, he has a good head on his shoulders. He's not someone who I believe is going to make dumbass mistakes. I believe he's going to be competent. And with the defenders we have and the poor quality we have, I believe that this could probably be the team that Hugo Bross could and should go for. Now, this is an alternative lineup. This is probably a team I'd expect we play against a South Korea, because obviously when you look at this team, I've got another six block here, but it's more attacking. I've got Foster up front, who I believe he could probably hold the ball up well, and he could make the wingers sort of introduce them into the game, because Foster is very good at that. And you have Ikram Reynolds. Oh, you can put a Zwane in that number 10 position to connect the play, right? And I think Adams and Mokoena is obviously a partnership that you've seen at Sundowns, and it works, which is actually one of the reasons why they won the CAF Champions League, right? And the defense stays the same. Overall, I think it's very important that we temper our expectations, because as well as we played in them qualifiers, since then, friendlies were drawing to Nicaragua. We're losing and drawing to Panama. Against Jamaica, we're drawing matches. It's not been a good friendly campaign for us. We've not played very well. And remember, we're very new to this whole experience. All those players are new. None of them played in the 2010 World Cup. So I'm just hoping a lot of those players can sort of step up to the occasion, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, you don't know if this is ever going to present as an opportunity for you again. So all those players, I just hope that you're going against Mexico, which is a very, very tough team. A very sort of, tough team. It's our first match. And, Mexico are hosting it. They're going to be very up for it. So I think it's important we play a dynamic team. And it's important that the players, whatever the lineup I think we should play, listen to Hugo Bross. Listen to Hugo Bross. This is a man who you took our team to a place where nobody cared about Bafana Bafana. I wasn't even watching the team, I'll be honest. Nobody cared. This team was just disappointing everyone. But you're looking at our squad and you're looking at how we played in the AFCON 2023, and there looks to be some potential. Now, people are going to ask me, what are your predictions for this match? And I'll be honest, I think there's a huge possibility that we will lose. But there's also a huge possibility to where if we shock the world, it could really put us at another level. Because we've already won a World Cup game before, but now we need to sort of build upon that. And I believe that means doing whatever you can to get to a third place qualifier. And if that involves beating Mexico, so be it. We have to do it, you know. But in terms of my score predictions for this match, I'm going to go 2-1 Mexico. I'm going to go 2-1 Mexico. And as long as South Africa, we challenge Mexico, because this isn't the Mexico of the past. Even though I still think we'll lose, this isn't the Mexico of the past, right? This is a Mexico team that is going to be going off aura, bro, based on their fans. That's it. Technically, they're not that good in terms of compared to us. There's not a huge gap. It's just that there's gonna have an extra 100% because they're gonna have a 12th man in the crowd. I hope South Africans show up. I hope South Africans bring vuvuzelas. I hope we bring something to the table to where the South African players on the pitch also know, okay, but we have support in the stands as well. We have people who are backing us as well. Bafana must go into this match with the mindset of we're trying to spoil their party. And if that means soaking in the pressure and transition football, quick football, a dynamic football, that is what I'm looking at, people. So as much as I think Mexico is going to win, I think the most important thing and what I've really tried to glorify in this video is put a good account of yourself. Work hard and play your game. Whatever the coach said, you play your game. When you need to attack, be clinical, but also have fun on the pitch. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. These players you don't know will ever have again. So really, I hope we win, but let's temper our expectations. I'll see you in the next video. I don't know if it'll be Czechia or be South Korea, but let's go. You know, World Cup starts, a serious season now. Let's go.